Hello and welcome to part 2 of Blaziken, Blazin, and Braven, the Retro Cup here. Let's get right into set 4 here. So again, if you haven't seen this team before, this is Froslass with a double fighter line of Blaziken and Primate. Lickitung lead, not the best lead, especially fresh off. So we're going to swap into Primate as my backline can handle Lickitung. Again with the Ranger. This is what Primate needs to do if possible, is lure out the hopefully only, the hardest if not, and hopefully the only counter to Blaziken as well. So we are able to get a shield too, so we will come with Froslass and farm down. We will likely be using a shield to protect us from the foul play, which, yep, and we will totally farm down. As long as Froslass has a great, especially a whole, especially if it was say, well, yep, an entire avalanche energy advantage, or near, because Lickitung did get a few licks. This is fantastic, right? We're going to get some damage off. We come with Blaziken. Here's what's beautiful about Blaziken, like Primate. It gets to the first two moves, because Froslass gets to its third Avalanche and 5 Powder Snows. But the first two, same pacing, provided Froslass doesn't sneak, which and Blaziken wins CMP tie. I actually did look that up on PV Poke just to see if they were at least close. But I'm like, okay, I looked at this. Doesn't matter the IVs, should be a win for Blaziken. They let Froslass go down, which makes total sense. But yeah, this game's already over, so very well played to my opponent here. So yeah, look, your Primate did exactly what it wanted to do, what it's meant to do. Draw out the Psychic user, especially. Righty. Hopping into the next match here, we have Hypno. So we definitely want to stay in here. Alrighty, so what'll be worst case is if I let a Confusion sneak through. This is going to be horrible. And a Confusion sneaks through. How about that? Not great at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to catch the Thunder Punch onto, hopefully the Punch onto Primeape, and then we're going to go for a Night Slash, but they decided to swap out. So we're going to go for an Ice Punch right away. Likely we will only, I'm thinking we'll only get to one move, might as well go for the harder hitting. They are down a shield, which is great. Hopefully I can get to a Night Slash. And we do. Yes, this is fantastic. And they let it go. So this is okay. This is okay. We have 2 shields. Hopefully we can get the Hypno lower. We definitely need to get low enough to where Blaziken can't be farmed down. But definitely, yeah, this is gonna be tough. And this is already looking like a GG. This is a double Confusion user, right? So that's kind of the risk you take with the double fighter, especially hardest counter would be a double Confusion lineup. So, and unfortunately, it's pretty clear Confusions aren't doing, yeah. So I have to shield. Honestly, I don't think it would have mattered. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Hypno's got to move, I'm pretty sure. So this is GG's. Very well played by my opponent. Yeah, they had to move. So this was over already from even with a shield. So, alrighty then. Let's get into the next match here shortly. Right, Denny B. Let's go. All right, we got Medicham. Pretty solid lead. We can just go straight for Shadow Ball right off the bat. But they go into wall range, so we're going to swap into my Primeape. Do I shield this? I don't. But can I farm down? No, definitely not. Okay, so we're going to go in the Night Slash. They might even shield because I'm so low. Definitely a note to remember about Shadow versus non-Shadow. But here's the beautiful thing. I believe they're not at an Earthquake, so I might bring in Blaziken, actually, to absorb the charge move. Yeah, it was a nice sphere, so, I mean, either way it would have been fine. And then I'm just going to go straight for the Brave Bird if I can make it. And I make it with, I think one counter to spare. And boom, let's go. We knock out the Medicham in one hit. And this match is already over as we can safely shield 2 body slams here. Even though they have a shield, 3 avalanches with the Powder Snows will easily take out their health and remaining shield. This is a good game to my opponent. Very well played. And plus I got Blaziken if I need a couple extra counters. So, yeah. But I do respect my opponent for fighting the good fight. Those licks are adding up. So you can definitely tell an energy advantage is definitely crucial. Or, in this case, a shield advantage. But energy advantage is definitely a bit better for Froslass. So, alrighty. Hopping into the next one, we have Froslass with Altaria. So, pretty positive lead, but Dragon Breath had up. They swap. Vigoroth. Alright, this is a Primate versus Vigoroth. So, I will shield this, and I'm debating if I want to CMP tie the next one. And I decided to do that. So if they shield, I will totally shield to keep alignment as I can get an Ice Punch off, and that'll be totally fine. And Altaria is actually bulky enough that as long as it's not in a stab, ice punch, and even then maybe slightly dependent upon an ice type's IVs if it's got ice punch, it'll survive. But a non-stab ice punch, even from a Primeape, will not knock it out. I'm only going to get to one move anyway, so we're just going to go for the ice punch. We're not going to risk, no risking a bait here. And I managed to make it the Night Slash, but not in time. And I greeted. We got a Blaziken, so this is still not over. They do have a shield left, so. Okay, Body Slam, and then I do go for Blaziken. I definitely know another Body Slam will take me out. So they do use their final shield. And, alright, my hope is I can farm down now thanks to the counter damage. Just enough to get an Avalanche. So that way I win CMP tie on the Altaria here. They go for the Crunch, not surprising. And I have to make it before they get to another Crunch, thank goodness. And they knew I have a move. So that is good game to my opponent. Very well played. Right, hopping into the final match of the fourth set here. Right, we got Oranguru. Oranguru. Duh, sometimes I struggle in pronunciation. But, alright, they sneak a Confusion in. Not the greatest, but we are staying in. We will go for these Avalanches. Remember, the normal Tyking gets rid of the super effectiveness of Ghost types and makes Ghosts single resisted on Oranguru. But we got it low enough, so I'm like, okay, let's get Primeape in here and counter down. They come with the Araquanid. I think this is the first time I'm seeing Araquanid in the Retro Cup here. Right, we're just going to go for these Night Slashes, hope for the boost. They should be at a Bubble Beam by now. I honestly don't know the counts, but trying to count a single turn move is very difficult. They got Galvantula, so we will get to this Night Slash in time. And then I might come in with I think I come in with Froslass, so they expend some energy. Yep, that makes sense, but do I shield? I decide to shield, and it's a line, a sad face. I will go for this Avalanche. It will likely shield as Araquanid, as Galvantula has the better matchup here. So not surprising. And I'll admit, this was a matchup I think I should have lost. I'm not exactly sure how much a Bubble Beam does, but see, they had a move, and they swapped. I'm not sure if they were trying to catch or what. Like, I was really confused. But I'm not even sure if Blaziken wins CMP tie. I'm assuming it does because we did get to the move. We had the move and we did it. So good getting the opponent. Honestly, I'm not even sure if I would have thrown it. So I think that was a mistake on the opponent's side. But I'll have to double check the stats. But yeah, if I know Blaziken wins CMP tie, then definitely going to go for it on the CMP tie. Alrighty. So that's a Mewtwo, IVs, no Hundo sadly. Alrighty, we got the final set here. Alrighty. Man, these Q times are kind of bad, actually, despite it being veteran. So, alright, pretty solid lead. Not Noctowl. Gotta watch out for the Shadow Ball, but even Sky Attack would do a decent amount. Alright, so Oranguru, we're going to stay in here, and we're going to go for Avalanche. Thankfully, we were able to get one Powder Snow advantage. As long as they don't sneak through, they go for Foul Play. Not surprising. If the Avalanche lands, we're swapping into Primate. Do not care about it. Going against Noctowl, it'll draw the Noctowl back out, and we get it, and we're able to farm down. If it was a Foul Play, we would have totally let it go through either way. So, alright, we get the Ice Punch off. Hopefully we can get to another one, but we should get to a Night Slash, provided they don't throw a move, unless they were one away. Right, and I could have easily gotten to the Night Slash, but I went for the Ice Punch, but I went for the Night Slash, because that would have knocked them out, and they shield. So, alright, I got the Avalanche, I went CP tie. Do they let it go? They do let it go. Question is, what do they have in the back? It's a Cofagrigus. Oh, this was a stupid decision on my part. I was trying to get the Shadow Ball. I should have recognized, because I forgot that the third Powder Snow was 5, so I was thinking I was only 1 away from the Shadow Ball, which is why I kept going, and I should have gone for the Avalanche right away. Likely, though, because they farmed it anyway, I would have lost, but like what I did there was definitely not my smartest decision ever. So, good game to my opponent. All right, next match, we got a Metachamp, so great lead. We're going to go for the Shadow Ball on 8 as they get to the Psychic. This will take, depending on the IVs, I think, but, because I can't really tell if it's a rank 1, and then they come in with Ninetales, I swap into my Primeape, and I draw out the Altaria, so this is great, this is what we want, right? So now my Blaziken can line up with the Ninetales, doesn't really matter, I'll just farm down with Froslass, no worries. I will wait out my Switch Clock. And I will have to throw a move to burn. They will likely shield this Avalanche anyway because they got to preserve some health here. They don't know what I have in the back. And then I have to go for another Avalanche. I will go for another Avalanche. I was able to make it. Then I'm going to swap right away into Blaziken. Pardon the notification there. Right, I will shield this up. It's a weather ball. I will shield this up again. I'm worried, you know, it could be a Psyshock, and thank God I shielded. It was a Psyshock, so that is a good game to my opponent. Very well played. Righty, hopping into the next battle. We have Froslass versus Greedent. So we're going to swap on a Primate. We got two great count responses in the back here. So Greedent versus Primate, and then they come in with Jellicent. So not the best counter, because Night Slash will add up, but it will take 3 Night Slashes unless I can get a boost. Righty, we're going to do that. And no boost. I'm just going to let this go because I think I'll farm down with Froslass if they Shadow Ball me, but they Bubble Beam bait me. I'll survive another Bubble Beam, no problem. So either I will take Switch or I will get Shield Advantage. So I'm totally fine with that. I do let them farm a bit, so that way I'm not... that way they can't farm me down as much with Greedent, most likely. Then they come with Froslass, so actually a good swap by them, even though it's Night Slash, but remember, this is double debuffed. We're actually going to come with Blaziken, as Avalanches will not KO. So I will shield this. We are tied in shields, and I'm just going to farm up, trying to sneak in. Blaziken will win CMP tie here. And I should be able to farm down, actually, I want to say. Yeah, shield again. Righty, da-da-da-da-da-da. Nope, I go for the next one. That's fine. Hopefully they'll save the shield for Greedent, because I can counter down, which they do. So this is actually very good for me. Right, they go for a move. I did make it to the Blaze Kick. Do I survive my body slam with this range? No, I thought I could survive at 1 HP, but basically anything under half, 45%, I am dead. And I do come in. I get the Night Slash off. Remember, I don't have the debuff anymore, so I'm at normal stats here, and they use the shield. So I just need to get to a Avalanche. I sneak in a Powder Snow. So I should be winning CMP tie here if they had double crunch, and I win. And if assuming they did, I got the move off. That is a good game to my opponent. Very well played. Righty, hopping into the next match. Got like 2 more battles, I believe, in this part 2/final part here. Right, there we go. Ooh, an expert. Right, terrible lead. We're going to swap into Primate right away. We got 2 great responses to rock types. It's Regirock, so this is what we want. Righty, we're going to go for a Night Slash here. Should have tried going for alignment, as I got taken out before I get to the next Night Slash. So, this is already bad. This is not what I was hoping for. It is a little easier to swap faster with something like Regirock just because it is a 1-turn move versus like something with a 3-turn move. So, I go for another Avalanche. They will likely let it go as they have the alignment still they want, which is not surprising, and I have basically no energy. I decided to try to go for an Avalanche, but they had a Resilience injury. I knew that. I was just trying to do something here. And then they come with Altaria, so I top left. Like, I basically got hard countered there. There's no other way to put it. So, hard counter city in the grand scheme. Good game to my opponent. Very well played. Alrighty, hopping into the final match here in this 5th and final set. Right, another Regirock lead. Okay, we got Primeape and Froslass. So we got an energy lead. So this is very good for us as Primeape wins CMP tie. And we got the boost. Let's go! So I will totally shield and farm down. They should not be getting to a second. They should not be getting to a second Avalanche, I believe. And we get there, so this is great. We have a move loaded. We're just gonna go for these Night Slashes. Araquanid is quite bulky though. Let's see how much this boosted Night Slash does. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not, oh my god, so much damage either. So no second boost that face, but we do get a shield. I bring in Froslass to bring back out the Regirock so I can farm down with whether it's Blaziken or Primeape. I'm thinking I might need to bring Primate back in so they can soak, so Regirock is forced to use its energy, as Regirock did farm up quite a bit there since I did get an Avalanche off. Yep, that's exactly what I do. I come in, alright, yeah, this is totally fine. So, remember, Araquanid's a fire bug, so Blaziken is actually neutral in terms of the fire typing, and they decide to surrender. So, good game to my opponent, very well played. Right, we're going to catch a Phalanx here. Let's see what we end with. All right, a 2658 rating. Right, folks, that was all the battles I had for today in terms of the Blaziken team here, the Froslass Double Fighter with Blaziken line. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed these battles. Don't forget, if you really like it, hit that like button, leave a comment, hit that subscribe button. Thank you all so much, and I will see you next time.